Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Laws of Michael Vaz, hosted by Mr. Michael Vaz. How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, Blanca. How you doing?
I am honored to be here with you every Friday at 11 as you share your incredible story of survival and success. So, what laws are you going to be teaching us today?
Today, I'm gonna start off by giving you guys a look back into me becoming from me evolving from Mike Vaz to Mr. Michael Vaz, growing into a superstar.
I love it. I love it. How does the story begin?
So in middle school, we had my eighth grade year. They started a league. We played against every grade school in the state. I mean, in our city. Excuse me, in our city, and that's where I actually owned my owned my talent and became myself into the young man Michael Vaz. I was averaging 40 to 45 points a game as an eighth grader, and I was getting recruited by the top high schools in our area.
Wow.
It was
That's a lot of points. 45 to 50 points a game in eighth grade? That's
it,
incredible.
it's in the book, and I was that's what made me stand out. I was actually a lot taller than most kids my age as an eighth grader, as a 15-year-old.
How tall were you when you were 15?
I was about 6 foot, six, yeah, just about 6 foot.
Now, did you learn sports on your own or did your parents teach you? How did you learn?
I learned on my own and watching Michael Jordan.
I love it.
Michael Jordan was, and that's all you see. Everything I see Michael Jordan in the backyard. And I practice for hours, days. That's
If you could meet any athlete today, would it be Michael Jordan or who would it be?
any athlete today probably. No, I would probably want to be LeBron.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to have to call LeBron. We're going to have to get him to come onto your show as a guest. You think we can make that happen?
He's sweet. He's sweet.
So, what? Tell us about your book. What's the what is it about? What will we learn if we read it?
And my book, it starts off by giving you a look back in the past. Starts from growing up, my parents, the struggles I went through. My parents dealing with in the 80s and 90s, the epidemic of drugs, and my mom struggling with drug use, and my dad actually going in and out of jail at that time.
Oh, that's so you grew. So, would you say your childhood was fairly difficult?
Absolutely, it was definitely a struggle going. Uh, my actually saved us from going to childcare and homes. She kept us all together. It was six. I have six, and she actually took us all in, so we didn't have to get separated and go through the struggles of foster care.
Who took you in?
My grandmother.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Your grandmother took in six children.
Yeah, my grandma's my hero. She's she's definitely who I dedicated my growing up to, trying to make her be a better man. She taught me how to be a man and how to deal with adversity and how to just how to take care of a household.
So, is your grandmother still with us today?
Yes, absolutely.
We need to have her as a guest on the show. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, I definitely can make that happen.
What is your grandmother's name?
My grandma name is Emma Vaz.
So, what are the qualities of your grandmother that you admire?
Uh, just her beliefs in God and putting God first, and never letting anything overtake your family. Um, Being strong. What else?
That's that's huge. That's huge. So your grandmother, did she take you to church a lot, or how did she teach you to love God? How
Uh,
did she do that?
Definitely, we had Bible studies every growing up, um, and we definitely went to church Saturday, 7-day Adventist. So
Oh,
Sabbath. So Friday sunset. I couldn't watch any growing up or any Saturday cartoon, which was pretty hard. But
oh my, you couldn't watch Saturday morning cartoons?
don't tell her. But we snuck to watch. No, we wouldn't watch Saturday morning cartoons. It was
I promise. I will not tell her. I totally will not. That's amazing that she had so much love in her heart to take you and six children in. I mean, that's a sacrifice of a lifetime. That's huge.
she definitely did her to take care of us. And she was the staple of the family anyway. She kept us all together with my other as well. She wasn't the only kids that there was about 16 of us that was kept around in our big house. We had a family house. My uncle lived in the third floor, and he had 4 kids. So, and one of my aunts had 4 other kids over at times too. She tried to make sure we all together.
Oh, that is so important. You know, that feeling of being together as a family. And obviously she kept you grounded and she gave you this commitment and this ambition to do well in sports, to be successful. Did she support the sports?
She was strict on sports too, so I had to grow on her because church came first, and then sports, and then it was church, school, then sports. So if I wasn't doing good in sports, school, there wasn't football or basketball for me, so I had to get it together in the classroom before anything.
I like your grandmother. I cannot wait to meet her. We are going to have a good conversation. So she really kept you in line. It was like no good grades, no sports. You had to behave. And if you didn't behave, there was nothing. So she is a strict grandmother for sure.
Super strict. But that's what made me the man I am today. Gave me this, helped me to set ground rules and just live code.
Very important. How did your grandmother handle after you got shot, Michael? How did she cope with that and how did she help you?
She she said she prayed on it every time it happened, and she said she knew God was going to take it. Whenever she come see me, she pray with me all the time, and she would read me scriptures that would just keep me grounded, cope with the pain.
That's that is amazing. How I mean, after that horrible incident that caused you to become a quadriplegic, how many months did it take you to actually to feel normal again after that crime was committed?
I would say I had really quick because as soon as I got shot, from the hospital, I spent a month of just learning how to breathe the right way, and I couldn't eat because I had a tracheotomy. So I was eating through a feed tube, and I had to teach myself to talk again, and uh, it was tough. It was very tough, but it took about 2 months before. No, because I had to, because I went from the hospital right to rehab immediately to Boston to Spalding. So I spent a month in Bay State Medical, which is in Springfield, Madison. Then my insurance said rehab, so I went that month. I went right to Boston. A month later, I had to transition fairly quick, trying to get better, which was probably the best thing. And actually I loved it. I rehab. If I had more money through insurance, if I'd probably be walking right now or
You
close to
think
it.
so?
Absolutely,
Really?
absolutely. I'd be
But
close.
because of
It was
no
just
way.
yeah, it was just that small money, and my insurance is basic, so I didn't have enough. We tried to raise money and do all type of fundraisers, but to go to Spalding, if anyone knows, it's one of the best in America rehabs in
Wow.
Boston. Super expensive.
So if you would have been able to have better insurance or more money to pay for that therapy, you think you could have actually been walking today?
I wouldn't necessarily walking, but very, very close to it. Very close to it. I'd
Wow.
be, but not gonna, I'm definitely striving right now and getting closer and closer. And I'm never gonna say I'm not gonna walk it because I feel like I am, and I know I'm gonna manifest it and talk it into existence.
I love it. Are you doing what type? How do you stay active, Michael?
About every day, from exercise, from the simple stretch every morning when I wake up to doing elastic bands. Couldn't do this at all when I first got injured. I couldn't even move my hands. Couldn't couldn't brush my teeth. Brushing my teeth.
Wow. So just the ability to move your hands is a gift. And I mean, you and I, when you're always texting me, FaceTiming me, these are things that with therapy you are able to do many things and live a really great life. And you are the author. Michael is the author of The Born Winner, The Highs and Lows of Mike Vaz. You can take a picture of this QR code on the screen and purchase his moving, compelling book, sharing the story of when he was shot in a home invasion, suicide, murder, and he saved the kids of their mother. Unfortunately, their mother did not survive. Where are her children today, Michael? Do you know?
Her sister actually took him in with her boyfriend, and she's been raising him. So
And how are they doing? Are they doing okay?
they're doing amazing. They're actually playing football this year. They started playing, so I'll be able to go watch them play football. Every Christmas I buy them, or I try to get them sneakers, keep in touch with them. So as they grow up, they'll know. And I'm with the sneakers, slowly telling them about me and get them in tackle as they grow up. We'll have a nice relationship.
Wow, that is so beautiful that you still stay in touch with them, that you buy them a Christmas present every year. And what is the number one law of Michael Vaz this week? What's in your heart this week?
Yeah, this week's law is family first. Family first, and always manifest what you want to do into existence.
That is so important. And family has been such an important part of life for you and the support team that you have around you, your grandmother Emma, who we're gonna meet, and What other types of guests are you going to have on the show?
I'm going to have a couple of my coaches, some mates, just local. I'm going to actually have the senator of Springfield come talk, because we actually grew up playing football together. Went to UMass together.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. That will be such an honor to have him on the show. That's exciting. So, we have a lot of incredible guests. We have a lot of incredible stories and so much inspiration. Your strength of sharing your laws and how you've learned from life, and just hearing that story, how you're still buying Christmas presents for the kids of your girlfriend that unfortunately did not survive that domestic violence incident. And I know that you do a lot to connect with different organizations. Michael's also a speaker. You can have him speak at your event. You're going to want to purchase his book, The Laws of Michael Vaz. You can photograph the QR code and get all his links. And Michael is also going to be a part of the Laws of Life networking group on Tuesdays as one of our webcasters in our webcast network. So you can meet him there as well. So amazing stuff, Michael. What else before we show?
I'm in the works of doing a continuation of my book. Look out for that. And
wow,
I'm going to be doing the audio book. I'm going to narrate the audio book of my first book. So.
Yes. Oh my God. That's going to be powerful. So hopefully, when will that be coming out? When will the audiobook be done?
Hopefully that'll be done by the summer, before summer.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited. And I can't believe you're writing a second book. What's the second book going to be about?
So I looked at all of my reviews and go back and touch on stuff that I started talking about in the first book. So I'm just going to take everything, all the comments, and from whatever they asked, I'm gonna talk about it.
I love it. All right. Well, everyone, be sure to follow Michael Vaz, one of our biggest inspirations in the Laws of Life webcast network. We'll be here every Friday at 11. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, and have a beautiful weekend. And everyone, thanks for watching. Join us every Friday at 11.